All righty. Welcome, folks, to yet another stream. This one's going to be a little bit different from stuff we've covered before. I appreciate y'all joining me on a Sunday night. Usually I don't stream on Sundays, but I thought, felt like chilling tonight and just having a bit of a chill stream, talking about stuff that, I haven't talked about in a while. That's like, TV show. That's a TV show. And I should say, TV show, anime related stuff. Of course, as you all may have heard by now, the Cowboy Bebop Netflix series has been canceled. And I know other people have covered this, and I know it's probably ad nauseum and to death at this point. But I wanted to talk about it because, I watched the anime series back in the day, enjoyed it very much, thought it was a great series, a bit of a slow burn at times, but overall did like it, liked the story, and totally would agree with most anime fans that it is one of those classics, right? It's a bona fide classic anime series and deserves the praise that it gets, in my opinion. So when the Netflix series was announced, I did make a video. I believe this was last year. I want to say it was either, I believe last year, or maybe a year and a half ago, whenever it was that it was initially announced. And I talked about how it was a series that nobody really asked for, and I meant it in the sense of people that have seen Netflix do adaptations of anime. Because as we know, they don't have the best track record when it comes to anime adaptations of stuff. Hey, what's up, Jessica Foss? What's up, Toku Punk Productions? They don't have the best track record when it comes to anime adaptations. And to me, I understood why that was cause for concern for people, and why, I stand by what I said even back then about it, because maybe if it had been somebody else, maybe if it had been a different company doing it, maybe, but like I said, it was a cause for concern. Now, I did, full disclosure before we get into any of this, I did watch some of the series. I have not finished it. So, I won't speak on so much my overall opinion, just more like what other people have said, regarding it. But from what I've seen so far, what's up? Oh, good old Origami here to join me.
Yo,
What's up?
was
Yes, I was talking about Cowboy Bebop and my kind of initial impression on the series, because I did watch the first 2 episodes and I thought it was boring.
yeah,
I thought it was boring, but I will say this: look, the positives that I can draw from it, from what I saw visually, I thought, okay, cool. They, you could see that they used the budget towards the special effects. I thought the spaceships looked good. I thought that the locations that they, at least in those first couple episodes that I watched, I thought the locations that they shot in were good. I thought they did at the very least try to mostly capture the look of the anime, which I can appreciate the effort in that. The characters, the way they were portrayed, I think John Cho was okay as Spike. I think a lot of the portrayals of the characters were a pretty vague interpretation of the characters. But there was a little something there. John Cho, I think, as Spike was all right. He wasn't great, but one thing that I noticed with him, especially when you would see him up close, you really noticed how aged he was. Right? I don't think he was age
yeah,
appropriate for. Well, I think they really should have casted somebody younger for Spike. It's just my opinion, because in the close up shots of him, you could really see his age. And the portrayal of the guy who portrayed Jet, I think, did okay. Although, like I said, a lot of them were kind of a far cry from their anime counterparts. To me, I think his performance was the best.
yeah,
Not that that's saying a whole lot, but at least as far as I've seen. And Faye was, I think, the furthest from how her character is in the anime. The way that she was portrayed by Daniela Pineda, I did not care for it. Because the thing is, in the anime, Faye's sassy,
yeah,
sassy, but she's not really. At least to me, she wasn't annoying at all in the anime. In this, she's obnoxious.
Right.
She's absolutely obnoxious. The way Daniela Pineda portrays her, she's very obnoxious. Like she's very obnoxious, very unlikable. Because the thing is with Faye, she has that sassiness to her, but she's very likable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially once they get into why she is what she is and why she is how she is in the anime series. So I didn't care for Daniela Pineda's portrayal of Faye. The other thing too is that Faye, the way Faye is portrayed in the series, she's portrayed obviously as this very attractive, voluptuous woman with sass that also uses her physical appearance to her advantage. Danielle Pineda, I don't find her to be physically attractive. Just being honest, I don't find her to be attractive at all.
Well, I think that was a big thing. A lot of people said, "What is it? Faye was what is it? Promiscuous, I guess. I guess that's a good word to use." And this one was kind of cutting back on it a lot, like they did to Lola Bunny, John. They did it to Lola Bunny too.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe not promiscuous is the right word. Maybe
too sexy,
more sensual. Maybe more sensual. Maybe I don't know. But the thing is, definitely. Well, for sure in the anime, Faye had way more sex appeal. Of course. I mean,
there you go. That's the word.
She was. Well, that's the thing. She was, like I said, she's portrayed as this very. She's a sassy woman, but obviously, very aware of the fact that she is also a very physically attractive woman and uses that to her benefit. Didn't really see that conveyed much with Daniela Pineda in this series. I mean, maybe they tried, but I just, and then the dialogue in it, the action in the first episode, I didn't really care for either. It was pretty stilted. Hey, what's up, Gabe the Gen? I thought it was pretty stilted. There was a scene where Spike is sliding across these boxes in the first episode, and it doesn't look fluid at all. It looks like he's being pulled across by like rope or something, and they digitally erased it. It looks really bad. It looks very rough. It looks very like
cheap.
Yeah, very cheap. Like it doesn't look like a natural slide at all. It looks very it looks, like I said, very rough. Not fluid at all. So I mean, the series, like I said, I'll probably finish it at some point. It looked at least to me like it had a lot of potential. It didn't really hook me from the beginning. I found it to be pretty boring. So, now we know though that it has been canceled, and there's probably a couple different reasons for that. I think the most obvious one is probably due to the metrics. That's really what they say Netflix will cancel a series on. It depends, how many people are viewing it, how often, stuff like that. That plays into their decision of whether or not
do they have Netflix in Japan, right?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They probably hated it. They probably lost all of Japan doing that, ruining their Cowboy Bebop. You see what I'm saying?
Well, supposedly some of the Japanese fans liked it, but I don't know. I can't speak for what they didn't like, but when you see stuff like this, right? Because even like, look at this. I'm going to share this real quick. So this is the Rotten Tomatoes score. So this shows you when it's like this.
Oh yeah, I see. They're both bad. Yeah.
Yeah, when they're both bad, that says a lot right there. Because obviously on this side, we're always going to get like majority of the time is going to be the woke crowd, right?
Yeah.
Scoring stuff. So when you see like this, when it's this close, it's just like, yeah, it didn't really land for people. This is probably more of an actual interpretation of again what you can expect from, or I should say, this is probably more. It gives you more of an idea of what you can expect when watching the series. Now, again, I watched it before even knowing any of the score, any of that stuff, but that is something that has to be factored in, the fact that how people responded to it, how the actors, or I shouldn't say the actors, because there's really only one that was like saying shit online, and that was, of course, Daniela Pineda, which is saying stuff like this, calling fans trolls, talking shit to them, saying that her initial video response was, well, I'll read what she said here. Now, it was definitely my first interaction with very, very vocal trolls. Social media gives access to pretty much anyone who wants to say anything, although I feel like some people would be disheartened. I found a way to clap back with that video. that I gave, which was very cheeky and silly. If you guys remember, it was the video where she was like saying like, oh, well, they wanted a more voluptuous woman, but all they got was my short dumbass or something like that. That she says, rather than stay quiet, which is usually what everybody wants you to do, I just felt so inclined to say something. I felt like that response was definitely in the spirit of Faye. Also, I got Steve Bloom's blessing, the voice of Spike, obviously the English voice of Spike, who backed me up. And I was like, all right, guys, I don't care what you say. If that guy backs me up, no one can say anything. Actually, you shouldn't have listened to him. You shouldn't have listened to him. You actually shouldn't have listened to him, because Steve Bloom look, Steve Bloom, very prolific voice actor, very talented voice actor. I've heard that guy's voice in animes and stuff like that for well over 20 years at this point. So the guy, like I said, I've heard him in a lot of stuff. He has one of those voices that is very distinct. As soon as you hear it, you know that it's him. But he's also one of these people that spends way too much time on Twitter engaging with people saying really dumb shit. So probably the last person you should have listened to in regards to how to handle stuff like this. And look, I'm not saying that this, probably coupled with all the other stuff, is what turned people off. So I'm not going to blame her and say, oh, it's her fault that people didn't like the series and stuff like that. But like I said, when it comes down to it, you have to think that this is a contributing factor. Also, when you tell people stuff like, or when you go off on people and try to talk shit to them, you're not really going to convince them to watch the show by being a dick to them. So I'm not saying, like I said, that was the be all end all, or that's what caused the show to get canceled. Obviously, it was other things, but that's just
did.
Yeah, that might have just been the cherry on top of the shit sundae, if anything. So here was I think Hollywood Reporter was the first one to really. Was it Hollywood Reporter? I think it was Hollywood Reporter. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Hollywood Reporter, I think, was the first one to kind of break the news on it, right? And we'll go into this. We'll go into the aftermath of stuff. But that was fast. Netflix is canceled. It's ambitious, widely hyped, and ultimately widely disappointing anime adaptation, Cowboy Bebop, the Hollywood Reporter has learned. The move comes less than 3 weeks after the show's November 19 debut on the streaming service. The space western had a rough reception. The 10-episode series garnered only a 46% positive critic ratings on review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes. Fans seem to agree, giving the show a 56% positive audience score on the site. According to Netflix's top 10 site, the series has racked up almost 74 million viewing hours worldwide since its debut, so it got plenty of sampling out of the gate, but it plummeted 59% for the week of November 29th to December 5th. December 5th. So I'm pretty sure after that, it probably plummeted even more. Once people started watching it, I'm sure they probably got like a few episodes in and they were like, oh, fuck this, and they were out. So it says, insiders pointed out that Netflix's renewal rate for scripted series that have 2 or more seasons stands at 60%, in line with industry averages. And like all Netflix renewable verdicts, the decision was made by balancing the show's viewership and cost. The streamer also prides itself on taking big swings on projects like Cowboy Bebop and many other genre shows on the air and in the works. The project is the latest attempt to reinvent Japanese anime as live action and failed to draw viewers following titles such as 2009's Dragon Ball Evolution and 2017's Ghost in the Shell and Death Note. The biggest success in the space so far was arguably 2019's Alita Battle Angel, which pulled sizable foreign grosses, 319 million, if not domestic, 85 million. Well, I think the difference with that, and again, I haven't watched it. I've not watched Alita yet. I haven't seen it.
Dude,
I haven't seen it.
I got it. You want to watch it?
Yeah, we can watch it sometime. I definitely want to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but from what I understand from people that watched it and also watched the anime or read the manga back in the day, they said it was a pretty good adaptation. It was faithful. Pretty faithful. Yeah,
it was.
And that's why a lot of people liked it. That it really drew a lot from the source material.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's why people loved it so much. The Cowboy Bebop series starred John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, I guess, Danielle Pineda as three bounty
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I know. AKA Cowboys are trying to outrun the past. From the show's description, they form a scrappy, snarky crew ready to hunt down the solar system's most dangerous criminals for the right price, but they can only kick and quip their way out of so many scuffles before their past finally catch up with them. The Hollywood Reporter's Angie Han wrote, "The Cowboy Bebop was faithful to a fault, with lead pacing and the sharp anime visuals were reduced to muddy CG and playful humor translated as phony laughter. The lived-in grittiness replaced with shoddy-looking sets, and the remake seems to have no point at all. The show was based on the 1998 Japanese anime TV series and the 2001 anime film. Netflix first ordered the project direct to series back in 2018. A live-action feature film version starring Keanu Reeves was also previously in development at Fox. So there's that. There was that, and I remember hearing about that actually.
Yeah.
Gabe that just says widely hyped. I doubt that. That I doubt. So then we have a winners like good old, Polygon saying shit like this.
I thought you were going to say a winner's point of view.
Well, isn't that what Polygon has? The winner's point of view.
Look
at this shit. Talk to the hand, dog. No, this is terrible. This is Polygon's article. Netflix's cancellation of its live-action Cowboy Bebop reflects a company following the data while the show, which was first announced back in 2018, opened with a bang on the service's top 10 data from what's on Netflix shows a dramatic departure soon afterwards, and both Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes show a rare alignment between critics and fans, with the scores of both groups coming close to each other in their general dislike. Without critical acclaim, a vocal fandom, or sustained interest in keeping the show a mega hit, it's easy to see how it was game, set, and match for John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, and Danielle Pineda, but the departure is still stunning, simply given how much Netflix poured into its promotional efforts. On Netflix's YouTube page, one can find Cowboy Bebop remixes by Steve Aoki, behind-the-scenes clip with actors showing off their custom-made set, and musicians doing their thing, and even a 4-hour and 40-minute soundtrack stream entitled Space Jazz to chase bounties and cook beef and broccoli too. Compare all that hype with Netflix's biggest hit of the year, Red Notice. What? Is that the biggest hit of the year on Netflix? Okay.
I actually don't know. I'm surprised.
That's that Ryan Reynolds rock movie. Maybe. Because I guess it's close to, I don't know. While it's only one metric, all that appears on the company's YouTube page is a live event of Red Notice to Stars gathering. The one promotional effort done by Ryan Reynolds doesn't even focus on the movie, instead discussing his recent purchase of a soccer club. Of course, it helps when Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot are all walking, breathing promo machines with millions of followers on every possible platform. A tech company like Netflix knows Red Notice promotes itself. Cowboy Bebop is a weird show based on a weird show. Not so much. The quality, that sounds like sounds like an excuse to me, but the quality of the quality of Bebop certainly could have played a role in Netflix's decision. Polygon's review offered some praise for the show, noting its fastidious attention to physical detail from the original anime, and that when it made an alteration, it could often provide interesting developments and dimensions rather than problems relating to the acting, plot lines, or set. The problem seems structural. The show feels like a decision by showrunner Andrew Nemec to interpret the idea of what a cartoon would feel like in live action rather than create a more straightforward version of Cowboy Bebop. You know what? That might be fair to say, right? What they're saying there, because the way I looked at it was that it did look like, at times, at least for me watching it, like fan film quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Albeit just not with the costumes on point as they could be, right? Because in a fan film, they're actually going to do a better job of getting the costumes down, down to a T, because they're going to make them look exactly like they look in the anime.
Yeah.
All of them. So
yeah.
Another problem, unlike the original Bebop, the show aired all at once. The full run of the original I don't see how that's a problem. I think this is kind of a non-point. The full run of the original Bebop aired from October 24th, 1998 to April 1999 on the satellite network Wow Wow. it then slowly built an audience across the world, first in Italy, then the United States, through Adult Swim, then Australia, and so on. Its reputation flourished on strong reviews and word of mouth between international anime fans. I mean, yeah, but I don't think that them releasing all the episodes at once was that's how people view stuff now. You know, they consume stuff like that. They binge it now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So and truthfully, look, I didn't watch Cowboy Bebop. I didn't watch Cowboy Bebop until all the episodes were available.
Yeah.
So while the anime Bebop can certainly be binged, each episode feels like an event. From Spike's daring gambit with the space shuttle Columbia to Jet's learning about Feng Shui on Mars, these episodes stand fully on their own. Certain plot points are pushed forward, but each session truly feels unique. While the episodes are presented together, it's hard for that feeling to feel explosive with each go around. The Netflix Bebop tried to recreate the magic of creating a show for binging to pressure writers to have each episode connect to the other, forcing a sense of unity that may not necessarily need to exist. What works in the bubble of the writer's room may not resonate in real life. Maybe, but I still don't buy that. I still don't buy that because the thing is, they had plenty of time to work on this show. I don't see why they would feel the need to rush anything and try to, you know what I mean? Why them knowing beforehand, oh, all the episodes people are going to be able to binge. Oh, well, I guess we should connect all these things together, forcefully and do this, that, or the other, you know what I mean? Because, we only, maybe because they got 10 episodes to do stuff. Sure. Maybe they feel they needed to pack a little bit more into each, but you don't have to tell the whole story of the entire series in 10 episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just tell what you feel is the most pertinent to tell. If anything, you can get rid of all the fluff from the anime. Still do a good job of building stuff up without it feeling rushed at all over 10 episodes. Each episode of the Netflix series is is like 40 plus minutes long. Each episode of the anime was 20,
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't. I think they're making another excuse for them. Of course, a show with strong ideas and flimsier execution can correct course. Lost was able to get rid of characters that weren't connecting. The Good Wife changed character arcs based on fan response. Sleepy Hollow started focusing more on Monster of the Week episodes. And despite this, the Cell as the first Marvel Cinematic Universe TV show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stopped responding to every event in the greater MCU. The average length of the show these days is between 3 and 4 seasons, with less and less time to figure out what's wrong, regardless of what happened with Bebop. That's a problem. It gives writers, actors, and creators less time to figure out what's working and what's not, leading to less creativity overall. A show like Hulu's High Fidelity, which got glowing reviews, wasn't given a chance to find its audience. Retooling a show midway through a season, especially an expensive one, is rarely seen as a good thing, and it wouldn't have been in the case of 2021 Bebop. But if the data could tell Netflix to say lay off the vicious stuff or hold back with the blackmail puns, then it's possible that the show could have not just been stuck trying to recreate 90s anime, but rather find its own footing. John Cho delivered on his promise as a leading man. The rest of the cast delivered energy with each round. No. The heightened tone popped in places. There's probably a good show in there to be reconsidered in season 2, but that's not happening. See you next time, Space Cowboy. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I think they're making a lot of excuses for the show. I think that's bullshit. Yeah,
No, yeah. I was gonna say they're supposed to have a follow-up manga based on that series that's canceled already. So is the manga still happening? And that's why
I would think probably not. Maybe it is. I don't know, but I wouldn't see it. Maybe it'll sell. I don't know, but it doesn't seem likely. It doesn't seem likely.
I guess this is a thing for people to be like, why would I buy the manga if I'm going to watch the show or whatever? And now the only way you can know what's happening in this setting is to buy the manga. Kind of like Smallville's still going on in comics, right? So.
Yeah. See, that's crazy, right? The Smallville. How long has Smallville been off the air, bro? Like over 10 years, 11 years.
Dude, I was in school when Smallville got off the air, and they continue it in comics.
That's crazy. That it has a longer it's had that long of a lifespan. Because you talk about a show that started 20 years ago. Smallville started in 2001.
Buffy's still going too in comics.
Yeah. I believe 2000, 2001. Yeah. And then it ended after 10 seasons.
The comics in Buffy are better. I'm just saying. I'm trying to say.
No, I know Buffy was a critically acclaimed show. I never really got into it. I never watched it, but
no, I mean the comics over the show of Buffy.
They're better, is what you're saying. Gotcha.
Well, the only reason they're better is because she could do crazier shit because she's not real. You know what I mean? They didn't have the budget.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Devin says manga is still happening, so I guess it's still happening. I guess.
Yeah.
Let me see. Rody Robbie says Netflix should be flogging themselves as punishment for this disgrace. Ray, are they? What is that? Aride? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I'm worried for the Gundam movie now. You should be if Netflix is the one behind it.
They did all right with JoJo's. I think they haven't released all of it yet, but they did all right with They got JoJo's this time.
Well, they got it on Netflix, but remember they're not producing the series. You know what I'm saying?
No, they got like what's it called? Exclusivity.
They got the licensing rights.
There you
go. Which is smart. Fuck them. Smart, but yeah, it's just anime itself. I don't think you have to worry about. It's just like it's when they decide, oh, let's Americanize it, and then they can just. Like the Netflix meme. That's why that thing's a meme. The whole, what do they do? They show like the original anime, then they show the Netflix adaptation, and it's always fucked up.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. I don't know who the fuck studio took over Seven Deadly Sins, but that's what happened to Seven Deadly Sins. Like the quality went down like a lot. So, yeah. I think it finally finished. By the way. I gotta finish.
Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out then. I don't know because I was waiting because it kind of fell off for me too. So we have this is from the New York Post. Fans cast devastated by Netflix canceling Cowboy Bebop. Oh no! After just one season, it was a Cowboy B flop. Oh no!
Oh no! That's a Jesus.
That's too clever. That's too clever.
Yeah.
Netflix devastated cast members, crew, and fans by canceling the highly anticipated live action Cowboy Bebop series after just one season. I don't know how true this is.
They were hyping it up, and people were like,
they were hyping it up, and maybe over time, people thought, oh, maybe it might be really good. I mean, I don't think it was as hyped as they said it was, but I mean, maybe I don't know. I didn't get that sense, but I could be wrong. After just one season, the decision came less than a month after the spinoff's premiere on November 19th. I thought that was interesting too, is how quickly it got canceled after the fact. Because usually, even if a show is canceled after a season on Netflix, it'll be like maybe like months afterwards where they'll say, yeah, we're not gonna renew that show. That show's done. That one's one and done. But this, like less than a month, I was like, holy shit, is that some kind of record for Netflix? Because I don't think I've ever heard them announce the cancellation of a show. Because usually when shows get canceled off their site, it's usually they kind of quietly just, say, yeah, we're not going to renew that. And if it's a high profile show, it's usually not this soon after. Right. I can't think of an instance where they announced it this soon after. It's just like I said, not even a freaking month. So I thought that was interesting. Based on the 1998 anime cartoon of the same name, the 10-part series followed intergalactic bounty hunter Spike Spiegel, Jet Black. I like that they put his age in here. Why didn't put John Cho's age? Huh? Suspicious. And Faye Valentine, Danielle Pineda 34, as they pursued the solar system's most dangerous criminals while trying to escape their troubled past. Could you imagine? He's like, don't you tell nobody my age.
Yeah.
I truly loved working on this, tweeted co-executive producer Javier Grillo Marchois. I don't know. It came from a real and pure place of respect and affection. He added, I wish we could make what we planned for a second season, but you know what they say. Men plan, God laughs. See you, space cowboy. Okay, I don't know who says that. That's the first I've ever heard that saying. Do you know that? Are you familiar with that saying, Aura? Aura? Oh Jesus, Aura, are you there? You're muted.
I'm here. Sorry, I was.
Okay.
I was muted. I'm sorry. What's up?
No, I was saying I've never heard that saying before. Have you?
Which one?
He said. He says right here. I wish we could. You know what they say. Men plan, God laughs. I mean, I guess maybe it's an old saying. I don't know.
I don't know about you, John, but I hear it all the time. I go into the Dollar General, and that's usually what they greet me with, dog. I don't know where you've been, but like I hear that all the time. Like, so it's very common.
Very common.
All right.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm happy to clear this up.
Yeah, maybe it is the saying. I don't know. Mason Alexander Park, who played the non-binary character Gren in the series, replied to his message writing that it was a joy to work on this with you. Meanwhile, series star John Cho simply tweeted a gif of actor Tom Selleck holding back tears with the caption, "I'm okay."
You reminded me of something. I'm derailing you a little bit, but I got to tell you this.
Tell me.
Did you know in Iron Fist, the reason he looks so fucking flimsy and like weak and pasty and shit is because he refused to like exercise and learn real like martial arts?
What?
Yes, this is true.
Dude, did you know that? Iron Fist did not want to learn martial arts. He thought he was good.
What? The actor Finn Jones?
Yes, Finn fucking Jones. Fucking, Danny Bland, the worst Danny Bland fucking. He is. He sucks.
Dude, I still love the way that fucking series ends. They're just like, this guy is such a bad Iron Fist. We're just gonna kill off Iron Fist, and we're just
That's
gonna
horrible.
Dude, no.
Favorite defender.
No. Also, he was so bad at martial arts. They're like, let's just give him guns.
No, because he couldn't do it. You know the guy who did know martial arts? He fought with him. They had a fight scene, and it was shit. And the other guy knew what he was doing, and Danny Bland didn't. Danny Bland didn't even use the fucking Iron Fist. He used it like twice. What, John?
I just think it's fun. I didn't know that. He's just like, listen, I got this. No, I think we should really practice.
You know what?
Netflix MCU. Why the fuck didn't you have the money to just fire that guy and hire someone who's willing to do martial arts?
Yes, dude. Like, fucking listen. Look. Speaking of Netflix, since we're talking about Netflix, yeah, for real. Like, what do you rate the fucking Marvel shows? Because I think Daredevil's number 1, Punisher's number 2. Well, Jessica Jones.
Daredevil and Jessica Jones, because Jessica Jones was a lot better than I anticipated it to be.
What I'll say this is, I think all 3 seasons of Daredevil, the second one being the weakest, are like just the best ones. Then it's Jessica Jones season 1. Then it's The Punisher season 1 and 2. Then it's Jessica Jones season 2. Then it's Luke Cage, and then it's Defenders. And then you can just not watch Iron Fist.
No, it doesn't matter. No, in fact, no. Watch Iron Fist for Ward, because Ward is the best part of that show. Unironically.
Okay, actually, yes, but also no.
Yes, don't watch season 2. Season 2 is a waste of time. I didn't watch Luke Cage season 2.
Okay, but season 2 is where he gets his guns.
Yeah, but I didn't need to watch it.
That's the completion of his journey.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. Iron Fist season 1 was not that good. All right. In fact, it wasn't. No, Ward made it tolerable. I liked Ward. You need to watch that, at least the final scene with Ward, where he was like, "Say your final words to your kids," and the dad just looks at Ward. He's like, "You fucking suck. You're a disappointment. I'll never forgive you." Like fucking. And he's like, "Joy, I love you. I'm ready to die now." Like fucking. He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Never trust your brother. He sucks." I was like, Jesus Christ. Watch it for that. Like, that's it. Like, that's the only reason to watch it. That season was terrible.
I have to look into it.
That show is awful. Everything about it was awful. Like, fucking, now that I'm thinking about it, the plot was stupid. I liked it in the beginning, but like, it became stupid. It's like if Bruce Wayne went missing and he came back and like proved to us you're Bruce Wayne, right? I like that, but then that's whatever.
That's whatever. Because you said it, Aura. You don't have to play it. You don't have to. I have to play it.
Look here! Look! Listen!
Oh, that scared me. I thought that was you for a minute.
Does not fucking stop it. So stop giving fucking advice you know nothing about.
I had to, bro. Fucking. Good old fucking good old Wings. I wish he would do interviews without asking for money, man.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to the guy.
No, I'm not paying him anything though.
No, screw that. No, I would pay his ass for anything.
I feel like he wouldn't show up anyway. You know,
I don't think so. Listen. I had something come up. I had to go to the hospital. But Wings, I paid you as per to. Look here, listen.
Yeah, but Wings, you're streaming right now. I can see you.
Oh shit. I'm appearing offline.
Fucking
I'm appear offline.
No, fucking drop it. Stop giving advice for the other thing you don't know shit about. God.
Mods, ban toy bounty hunters in the chat. Ban them in the chat. Ban anybody associated with him in the chat.
Yeah. For real.
Ban anybody that says they're a friend of his.
You see the shit where he
Bless you.
It's because I'm talking shit about Wings of Redemption. Fucking, did you know that he wasn't making enough donations, so he just shut his shit down? He's like, fuck this, I'm not making any money, I'm out. Jesus Christ, Wings.
Well, actually, you know what though? No joke.
What?
Do you mean like he shut down period, or he just shut down stream?
Oh, he turned down like the stream. He's like, I'm leaving now. Fuck you. You know, like y'all not donating. You didn't hit the goal by the time you're supposed to hit it. So he needs to make like, I don't know, whatever his goal is, like $200. And if he doesn't make $200 by the set time, like he just shuts down, like fucking or something like that.
Well, then he also,
you know what? At least he knows when to
shit?
stop begging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, didn't he like pick up Uber as a side gig and they got him fired from that? And the trolls got him like fired from that or something?
Dude, no, yeah, like him and DSP, they'll never get a job. Like I remember DSP got sponsored by a gaming share, and they contacted that shit. Like he lost it, I think, in the same day. I think at 12 noon he had it, and 12 midnight he lost it. You know,
my God, that's terrible. They
so
kind of
like,
did it themselves with the way that they've handled. But if I mean,
but it's so weird, right? Because like I don't know, unless he's going to continue to scam, right? But like this guy is basically, I guess people would consider it scamming his audience for money, in a sense. People call it e-begging, right? But like he'll get a sponsorship to not rely on that so much anymore, and they take it away from him. So like, I'm just like, I don't understand. Like Wings of Redemption has a job now, so he can't be online e-begging, but then you take it away from him, so now he has to stay online e-begging. I don't know, man.
Oh man, that guy. Hold on. I want to see something. He doesn't stream every night, does he?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he does either. Hold on. You know what? Now I'm curious. I have to see if by chance we're gonna go over this article in a moment. Just to check real quick. I have to know. If he does real quick. Let me see. No, he's offline right now. I had to check. He's offline. He's offline.
Yeah.
Just had to check real quick. I was like, is stream every
I'm
night?
sure he's streaming Halo. There's no doubt in my mind he's not. You know.
Oh, of course. Of course.
I gotta catch up with those bits. I usually give them like it's like wine. You know, I let that shit breathe for a little bit before I watch Wings of Redemption videos. But it's been a minute. Gotta get back to that shit.
Yeah, he's the meme that keeps on giving. So we'll go over this real quick.
Did you see the thing? Oh, sorry, I derailed you.
No. Tell me, which one?
Did you see the thing where fucking people were telling him what he should do for a job, and somebody's like foot model, and they told him to be a fucking foot model. Yeah. So he got all mad. He's like, foot model, and he's like, all right, you want to see my foot? Let's look at my fucking foot. And he like lifts his leg up on the desk and like slams his foot down. I'm like, oh my God. He's like, look at my fucking foot. Look at my swollen ankles and shit. Yeah, foot model. Get the fuck out of here. I was like, damn, I'm not happy with that fucking career choice.
This was supposed to be about Cowboy Bebop, but now it's starting to that stream on Wings. Now I found it. Here it is.
Okay.
I have to know. I didn't know about this shit.
All right.
My feet, I guess. I mean, like it's kind of hard for me to like get my feet.
That's the wrong one.
Is that the one?
That became a meme. No, he was like super aggro about it. I fucking.
What is it? Foot model. Okay, hold on. I think this is the entire clip. Hold on. I found it. We'll get back to Cowboy Bebop. I promise. We'll get over it. We'll get it. I just have to know about this.
Banjo the Hammer. He's Series 7. Welcome to Banjo. Never gonna donate.
What the fuck? It's just...
Banjo.
All right, this. Here you go.
Look here. I get random dick pics too.
What?
I've become a dick connoisseur at this point in my life.
Oh, that's
Can I
not
show
good.
you
Wing.
my feet. I guess. I mean, like it's got. It's
Yeah, see, that's the regular one. That's the regular one.
Where's you got to find it for us? If you can find it for me,
I'll find it for you here. Yeah, let me go do it. I'll go get it.
Okay.
Wait. Maybe it's later in the video.
No, like the other
He
one
took off
was
his
already
sock.
fucking mad. Yeah, because it became a meme.
Oh
Right?
my god, bro, look at that
It's
foot.
hard.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's hard.
It's like a lump of flesh with like
Yeah.
tiny littler lumps of flesh.
With little
See
protruding.
that? And then every day after that, they started spamming a foot model. Foot model.
Twitch.
Foot model. And he's like, foot model. Like, fucking.
Like, how's feet against TOS?
If they're asking to see your feet, you can't show it.
Run it again. You hear that?
Yeah.
Nice feet, by the way.
I'm
Nice
gonna find
feet,
it
by
for
the
you.
way. What the hell?
How's that against TOS?
Holy shit,
Well,
was
if
it?
the Twitch mod is out there, they're asking to see the edema on my feet, not the sexual way.
The edema. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. Ew.
Take care.
Now I'm fucking stressed out. What's the difference between cola and Pepsi? Well, they have two different tastes. Coca-Cola is a little less sweet. Pepsi's more sweet. So like Pepsi.
Okay, we're done with that.
Whoa, hold on. That was good advice. Holy
That's very
shit.
insightful, right?
Dude, have you ever had anyone actually tell you the difference between Coke and Pepsi? But yeah, I'm just saying one tastes like shit and one doesn't.
I mean, I think most people know that. I don't. I mean, but hey, power to Wings though for doing that. Shout out to Wings for that. So we'll go over this real quick. Everyone hated it, so Netflix canceled Cowboy Bebop. So it says Netflix has once again burned through another beloved anime in search of the perfect live-action adaptation. Cowboy Bebop, the streamer's latest stab at making anime with that animation, is no more. It has ceased to be CU, Space Cowboy, except you won't. For the Hollywood Reporter, the news comes less than 1 month after season 1's 10 episodes premiered to mostly negative reviews. Here at the AV Club, our own Sam Bersanti reviewed the series and said the show is not a complete and irredeemable disaster, but it's definitely not going to challenge anyone's assumptions about live-action anime.
But hey, I don't know if you brought this up, right? But I heard that when the Cowboy Bebop Netflix adaptation came through, it was part of this deal that gave Netflix the whole original anime to stream for Cowboy Bebop. And like someone was like, they probably made all their money on that shit. And then Netflix is just like something that they have to do as part of their contract.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know anything about that. I'd have to look into it. I mean, or we can look it up and see. But I mean, maybe because it got announced that they announced it back in 2018. I did a video about it, and I was just like, anybody who knows about Netflix adaptation isn't really asking for this. I mean, maybe over time, the cinema changed once people started seeing.
I sent you the thing you were looking for.
We all watched Cowboy Bebop on Netflix when it was on there. Like I know I like binged through the whole fucking series, like as soon as it was available. So I mean, it like for Netflix, if that was the goal, I mean, they succeeded in their fucking goal. Right.
Yeah.
I think it's just everybody knew this thing was going to be a flop. Right. And
probably,
and they
more
did
than likely
all the
just because of
shit.
Well,
and,
it's because of Netflix's track record, though, too. They haven't really made, that I can remember, a live action adaptation of an anime that has gotten like glowing praise or review. At least not yet. You know what I mean? There might be one that I'm missing, but I don't think so. I mean, pretty much all the adaptations that they've had a hand in have been pretty bad.
Well, I mean, this one was uniquely bad, though.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it was fuck, dude. They've used every fucking excuse and every insult that I think they could have done. Right?
Yeah.
It starts with that fucking actress they cast for Faye, who looks nothing like the character. The outfit looks nothing like the original. And this is before we even found out that they were going to completely also change her personality and her sexuality, right?
Yeah.
And just give us something completely unique, right? And don't get me wrong, there's a part of me goes, do different things, but this was completely separated from who Fake Valentine is in Cowboy Bebop. There was nothing the same at all whatsoever.
Let's be honest. Given who probably wrote the series, a lot of that stuff was stuff that they probably visualized for the characters in their own fanfics of fucking Cowboy Bebop, right? So they're just like, oh, I got an opportunity to add something to this character that I would have liked to have seen in the character. Not necessarily what other people would have wanted to see in the character, right?
Yeah,
and they wrote that into the show.
This is why these adaptations always fucking fail. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Full Metal Alchemist Japanese adaptation.
Oh my gosh!
And the fucking Death Note live action adaptation. Listen, right? Look, that type of shit requires way too much setup or way too much CGI to be done on the types of budgets they're doing it on, right? But Cowboy Bebop is actually a series that you could actually translate into live action and not have it look like absolute shit, right? Because there's nothing over the top. There's really nothing that over the top in Cowboy Bebop, right? And there's a lot of just ground level shit between people. There's a lot of just dialogue in Cowboy Bebop that's very fucking entertaining. So if there was anything, there was literally any anime that you could say had potential, it's literally this. But the fuckers who got involved in it wanted to literally change everything, right? They had that one character that they cast. I forget the name of the actor, but they're going this whole thing about how they changed his character and made them trans because that was better and shit. That one guy who he was forced to take these. Great. He was forced to take these experimental drugs, right? He gets breasts. I mean, that's literally all it is, right? Yeah. And they decide, okay, well, actually, that character is really trans, and this is a part of who they are. I'm like, oh my God. You literally don't fucking care. And then they wanted to end it by saying, this beautiful masterpiece ending that everybody fucking loves in the original, right? You couldn't even give us a shot for shot, right? Of anything. You didn't give us a shot for shot of anything. Well, I guess the really bad looking Spike Spiegel actor and the really bad vicious actor, both of those fuckers, there was that one scene where he's got the sword and Spike's got the gun, and that was the only one, and you even angled it wrong, right? You even fucking angled it wrong. But they were like, oh, we got to change this because Julia needs a more important part. And then people are pissed about it. Why the fuck did you change it? And their response is to blame the anime for not being clear about Julia's character enough.
That I think is stupid. That's really fucking dumb. To me, that's
no, it's the arrogance. It's you have a masterpiece that everybody loves, and these arrogant bastards came in and they're like, well, I know that this is timeless. I know there's literally nobody who has anything bad to say about it, but we can do it better. Fucking Christ, man. The absolute sheer fucking arrogance from these fucking people.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of these things fail, is because it's not a thing that you necessarily look. If you want to do something a little bit different, I don't think many people are. They're really not all that opposed to that, as long as you keep at least the spirit of what it is that you're adapting, right? If you keep the spirit alive, that there's something there that feels familiar for people, I think that can be enough sometimes. Not necessarily nostalgia or anything like that, just something that is familiar to them, within those characters. It's just okay, this portrayal of Spike feels like Spike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's not he doesn't have to act word for word or say things word for word the way Spike would, but if the spirit of the characters are at least alive, that's something that's going to be familiar for people. And the thing is, with an adaptation like this, at least for me, I'm going to try to finish watching the series, but they're like very vague portrayals of the character. It's just like, to me, like I said, there's certain things that you see within like John Cho that, okay, I can see a little bit of Spike in that. I can see a little bit of Jet in this. Faye was the one where I was just like, I see none of Faye in this at all. Like, at all.
Yeah.
I
She
don't,
was
there's
the
nothing
worst.
here that feels familiar at all with Faye. At least with the other two, I can kind of see it. I think, but with her so far, I'm just like, I'm just not seeing it. Let me get these super chats though real quick. Thank you, Devin, for the 5. She says, cancel me. I loved Cowboy Bebop. No yelling at me, Carl. No, that's fine if you liked it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If you liked it, that's cool.
I completely fucking disagree with that statement. It was a terrible fucking show, and you should be ashamed and sorry for yourself, Devin.
Oh, stop it.
No.
GG Evans for $2. Thank you. Buy it on DVD, rip it, and don't stream it. Oh shit. I think you found it. I think Or found it. Hold on. We'll get back to this.
Well, actually, because Devin clarified their statement. Do you want to just highlight that comment real quick?
Let me see. Let me go back here. Skip through here. Devin said, I thought it was damned good. I didn't size it up as the animator manga. I took it for its own creativity. That's fine.
Because the thing is, right? It's not the anime and it's not the manga, right? And it's honestly, it is really disrespectful to the source material for a lot of characters, right? Like, if you say that you like it as its own original thing, like I can understand that, right? But if it's advertised as the Netflix live action adaptation of the story that we all know and love, okay, that is not the time to get super fucking creative and tell your own original unique story, but also be constricted by the anime and the manga and the shit that's already out there, right? Like those are things that just don't work together to begin with. So what you wind up usually happening is you have people that are willing to, respect the creativity, but they'll also point out how it's like really constrained because they're trying to fit it within a narrative. This didn't do that at all, right? This just said, fuck the source material, right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, we're doing our own thing. And and had they have just like Devin, had they have just literally just created their own fucking show, I don't think this would have gotten dragged
of course
as hard. If anything, it probably would have gotten it season 2 if they just went and made it its own unique show. Because there'll be people that can respect it, and as bad as some of those scenes look, it would be like those B horror movies, right? Like, they're really bad, but there's some entertainment in there.
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure, and that's the thing. And sometimes those really bad movies will do a better job of respecting the source material than some of these high budget productions. It's crazy. Like, the thing is, I think, especially when it comes to adaptations of stuff that are from a different culture based on even a different their different format, anime, translating it over into a live action format. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't make one that is successful. There have been few instances with that, but obviously the expectations are going to be high for it. I know that most people are like, some people almost expect it to be like a just direct interpretation of the original material, and that's rarely ever going to happen. They do have to, you do have to change things because there's just things that you can't do. I mean, unless you're going to spend a lot of money on CG, there's just things that you can't do that are in a setting in this science fiction fantasy type setting that you're probably not going to be able to really recreate frame for frame like it is in an animated series. That's why certain things just work better as an animated series, and why certain things work better as a live action series. And I get that people set the bar pretty high for when it comes to stuff like this. But people will also appreciate it more if you at least take some degree of care and effort to make that adaptation. You know, I mean, by respecting, the characters and showing that, look, the characters already, look, you already had a good group of characters that were well written. There was nothing broke there. There was nothing there to fix. And that's the problem I think that happens with when a lot of people get their hands on being able to adapt something. They want to put in what they want for the character, and they're not thinking, just outside of their own little bubble there, right? What me and my handful of friends would like to see. We've seen it time and time again with a lot of these remakes of stuff. They put the stuff that they only want to see in it, or the small group, or a very small minority of people want to see in it, and they're not thinking about the overall, what will be appealing to a mass audience. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they never have to, is the issue.
They don't. I mean, especially once they have the budget for something, right? And the decision has been decided who's going to write and do all this shit. This is what's going to happen. But what's going to happen after that? Well, then you're going to have things flop because of people that love the original source material.
Let's just be honest. Let's be honest, okay?
Go ahead.
This is better than Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. I think that's what really counts here.
Probably, yeah. I would
Yeah.
say probably, yeah. I mean, I from what I've seen, because I've seen a little bit.
Dude, you
of
remember
Avatar.
that scene where it's like from the show? They had the Earthbenders and they're on a prison ship.
Dude, that
right?
is so
they can't
painful.
bend the
I already
earth,
know.
right?
I already know what you're talking about. Please
Oh
don't
my
finish the
God.
story.
And
He's
then
like,
it's like there's like 10 of them, and they all get together and they do this little dance, right?
They do like
in
a hokey
movie.
pokey dance.
Yeah,
and there's a rock
and it's so
floating.
that they can move like one moderately sized rock. 10 of these bastards to move one moderately sized rock that I'm pretty sure a normal human being who's just like somewhat strong could have picked up if they put their back into.
No, dude,
Oh
it's
my
so
goodness.
stupid. Like they literally could have just picked that rock up and threw it. Especially like 10 of them could have picked up one rock each. That would have been a barrage. But like, dude, no, it's fucking stupid. Like, do you know what Shyamalan did with most of his budget? He blew it on scenes that got deleted anyway.
Bro, I don't
Oh,
know
that's
why, but for
amazing.
some reason I thought you were gonna say something like he blew it on cocaine or drugs. I was like, oh, what? I didn't hear
No,
about this. He was in
He blew
rehab. Oh
His
no!
favorite. He blew it on scenes of his favorite characters, the Kyoshi Warriors. They didn't even make it in the movie. So
Oh,
like
my
he just
gosh.
wasted it.
That's really awful. man.
That's amazing, actually. I
That
fucking
is-
love that.
So
Wait,
Yeah,
do we have any of these deleted scenes? Have you spent so much fucking
listen,
money on them?
we don't need
I
that
don't know. I
deleted
hope
scene
they're on
because
the
we
DVD.
have the
you know
Wings
what?
of
I'm
Redemption
gonna
scene.
look. I'm
Well,
gonna
look it up.
fucking
Look it up. Look it up.
I
because we
never, yeah. I never bought the DVD. I hated that movie. It's like,
we got the Wings of Redemption clip. Thank you, Aura, for this. Let's watch it real
Foot
quick.
modeling. Yeah, let's model my motherfucking feet, right?
Oh, this is a different one.
Look at that.
Oh my lord!
Look at my foot. Look how swole it is. Look at the ankles, how swole they are. This foot model, huh? Can't get that took care of because I don't got no motherfucking money.
Oh my gosh, dude! I found it.
Did
Yeah.
you hear that, Crow?
Yes. Oh no, I didn't. What was it?
Bro, look at this. He's like, "Foot model."
Look how
Classic
swole.
ways.
Look at the ankles, how swole they are. This foot model, huh? Can't get that took care of because I don't got no motherfucking money.
Oh, God bless him.
What a
God bless
sad
me.
man.
Oh, GG Evan with thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Netflix.
my leg
next
is literally
live-
that swole right now. Like
my
it's
God.
really painful to look. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
You got a wings foot right now.
Yeah.
Bro, look at what GG Evan said. He said Netflix's next live adaptation, Boku no Pico. No, no, don't do it. Oh,
Bro,
my Lord.
are you watching the Kyoshi Warrior footage? Like,
Devin,
Hey,
thank you.
listen. This is fucking awful. And I thought that it'd be like actual Kyoshi Warriors and shit, but it's not.
it's just like cosplay. His
No,
movie is
it's not
terrible.
even cosplay. They don't even show up. I have no clue what the fuck this is.
Devin for the 5 says, okay, thoughts on Rurouni Kenshin. Those were actually pretty good. The Rurouni Kenshin movies, the live action movies, but you got to remember those were not. They are the last one I think was a Netflix exclusive, but they weren't Netflix produced movies. That original trilogy, they were not Netflix produced movies. I think maybe the last one they might have gotten the exclusive rights to stream them, but I don't think the
Whatever.
license for them. But those movies though they were not produced by Netflix, but they were
Dude,
good.
you know the live action JoJo is a little bit of a retelling of part 4, but it's they made the first boss like an entire movie's worth. Like they changed a few things in it.
Yeah, I saw it.
I-
It's
It's a fun
actually,
movie.
dude, it's fucking great. Like they
It's
are
a fun
so
movie.
fucking accurate with the costumes.
They are no, dude. It's a really fun movie. I like that. That I like the Gintama movies. I think those are fun and pretty faithful
Bro,
too.
you want to see a faithful adaptation of the games, and it's kind of like it's hit or miss depending on how much you love Phoenix Wright. But the Phoenix Wright live adaptation, I was like, oh my gosh, they really went like they do have some changes,
Yeah.
but and Phoenix Wright obviously it's a game, but it's just like obviously they do a lot of it's essentially a visual novel. That's anime styled, so. But it's actually a pretty fair adaptation of its source material as well. Although it's not great, but it's like I can appreciate that they went that far. Like even doing his hair, he looks absolutely ridiculous with his hair the way it is. It's just hold on. Let me see if I can find a clip of it. It's just funny. Let's see live action. Here we go. She just said, is that the Kyoshi Warriors that you put there, Crow?
Yes.
All right.
This is the thing that he spent all the fucking money on. Apparently.
Okay, so we're gonna look at the Kyoshi Warriors from the from M. Night Shyamalan's
This is the
Avatar:
deleted
Last
scene
Airbender.
that he spent so much money on.
This is why he ruined the entire movie apparently, because he used all the budget on this. Okay, hold on, let me get this shit ready. Here we go. We might get hit for this though. Hold on.
Good.
So let
Is it
me
Nickelodeon?
no, not good. Let me just get to the Kyoshi Warriors then. We're just gonna get to the part where they appear.
Oh wow, I didn't know this, but apparently they did that whole thing in the where Katara fights that waterbending master person.
Paku, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they did that scene in the movie, and I'm watching it, right? And
Yeah.
I'm remembering how it was done in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And I'm going like, this
Sucks.
is terrible.
No, dude, all the fights are horrible. The Blue Spirit fight was horrible. There was not one good fight in that movie.
This doesn't make sense. Holy shit. Okay. Stop. Okay. John, you gotta watch this one. This is so much worse.
What did you put? Well, put in the thing because I'm gonna put this one.
Okay, don't even watch that one because I'll spoil it for you. No Kyoshi Warriors show up whatsoever. That's it. They just hop on top of Aang, and then he looks down at the crowd, and they look at him, and then he looks back, and then he looks back at the crowd.
There we go.
Yeah.
I didn't phrase it exactly as Crow said. Is exactly how it went out.
Yeah, it was really creepy. It was creepy.
It goes on for like 20 seconds with nobody talking.
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh my god! All right.
Watch
so
this
bad.
one though. This
Holy
is
shit.
great. This one is like fucking hilarious, right?
All right, we gotta see this. Okay, so this is the other scene he was talking about here. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. All right.
But by the way, I got through like 30 seconds, and then I was just like, fuck it, you gotta see this with me.
All right, here we go. So here's the latest scene. Guitar versus Paku. Oh my!
Martial arts.
What is that?
Yes. It's so slow. Very choreographed.
No, watch this. Right. Because this happened in the cartoon. She plants herself with the ice,
Okay.
and then this is supposed to be a lot faster.
Oh.
This is awful. And look how
Why does it go so slow?
And look how slow
just-
he moves.
Look how just fake it is, like After Effects beginner's guide and shit.
Oh my gosh! It was so slow. It was
Look
the
at what he
most
did with
non-threatening-
it. Look at
it
what
was
he
the most
did with it. He just threw it on the
non-threat-
floor, John.
It was the most non-threatening attack.
Thoughts about my family ran through me.
What?
Were they all good?
What?
Oh, dude, I forgot how
sad.
bad the fucking dialogue was. It's even worse than the fight.
Dude, the cast was bad. The costumes were bad. The nerfing of the Fire Nation is bad.
Well, hold on.
What?
No,
Yeah.
pause it.
What was that?
Okay. So like in the cartoon, these two have like a really fucking intense fight.
It's
and
an episode long.
Well, yeah. She loses the fight, but you know they have this whole like emotional moment because he used to date her grandmother, right? That's just literally it, right? But he kicks her ass, like, and she does nothing to him. This here was literally her getting pushed back, firing a very, 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 very slow moving water projectile.
The most non-threatening.
And that was it. They didn't do anything else. That was it. He was just like, "You have proven your worth now."
Bro,
like,
you know
what the fuck?
You know, if you would pulled out like a fucking like a pitcher and just let it go into the pitcher and drank it.
Okay. If that happened, I would have forgiven all of this.
No, the basis for this movie even being made is like he was watching this show with his kids, and his kids wanted him to make the movie, so he's like, "Oh, I guess I should. It'd be cool. This is a cool show. I like the show."
I'm sure
my kids love it.
Are like disappointed in him.
They're like,
no, I'd be furious. I'd be furious. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This isn't like the show at all.
Dad, dude, why'd you do this?
He crammed an entire like season in one movie. I'm like, fucking.
Why'd you
That's
do
insane.
this? Look at this.
Yeah.
You gotta see, like, check this out. They made the courtroom look like the game. Look at this. Look at this.
That looks fun.
It was a fun movie. I watched it. Look at this. Look at his hair. Look at Edgeworth.
Dude, hey, stop. I love the hair. Look at that man's beard too. Like they're very accurate. Damn.
God bless him. He tried. Look at this.
綾里って霊媒師の前科なんです。私見習いだからまだ思い通りにはいかないんですけど。
これは被告人の確かな証拠だ。
あの人そんなにすごいの
？40年間無敗だって。
ずっと前から追っていた事件があって重要な証拠が手に入ったの。それをあなたに手伝ってほしいの。
逮捕です。この事件と千尋さんの事件はつながってる。
陰で操ってる奴がいる。
こじつけだ。異議あり。
There it is. There's the
かつてない
objection.
法廷バトルが今幕を開ける。決定的な証拠です。この中の
Look at this. You gotta appreciate that they went to the lengths of making the characters look like they did in the game, with the exception of the
They
judge.
literally look. They literally do. They do the hair like so perfect.
Yeah,
Dude, hey, well, hold on. You need to see the live action JoJo's because they do his hair exactly like the anime.
The hat and everything too. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. The live action. Oh my god! I didn't even know this was real.
Dude,
no, it's fun. It's really fun.
Hard on this shit.
All right, hold on.
Dude, the stands look cool too. I like the stands in this movie.
Like, here's the thing. Like, honestly, in terms of like story and all that other shit, it's probably about the same fucking quality. But you can tell they go to fucking extreme lengths to at least make it look like the anime does.
All right, you guys are gonna get a live.
They do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they do the poses and everything.
Hold on, I didn't even know about this, so this is gonna be the first time that I'm seeing this shit. Hold on, here we go. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, based on the 4th season, which would be Josuke. So let's see. I'm actually gonna maximize this one. An amazing adaptation, guys.
それは形ある超能力。
Look!
のスタンド使いの高校生の物語。なんだ
よその変な頭は。ああ、今なん
Oh shit!
That is accurate.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at the stands. Look at the stands. Yeah, that's just gonna be dope.
Yeah, it has a better shot of it later.
今日の髪型
Look
も
at
決
his
まって
hair.
るし
昨日
Look at
転
his
校してき
hair.
た広瀬光一いじめられたりして私が守ってあげる
そして町の危機を知らせに来た一人の
Bro, they did so well.
平和な町にゆっくりと忍び寄る
Oh shit!
邪悪なスタンド使い
Oh no, my son.
俺の邪魔をする奴は許せね
Oh shit! That's actually cool.
邪魔をされたのか
They made Angelo look cooler in the movie.
防げる味方のつもりか
That
一
way.
貫皆殺したその悪意が愛する家族に迫る じいちゃん大丈夫傷は完璧に
Exactly how
絶対に許さね
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good. The mannerism. They got the mannerism down.
俺から逃げられね
俺がこの町を守りますよ
え。グレートだぜ。
Oh shit, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It told you, dude. No, it's a really fun movie. It's a really fun movie. I liked it. I was surprised pleasantly.
The way that they filmed him, like the stances, how they and the mannerism, how he kind of stands was actually pretty accurate to the anime.
They should do a JoJo Part 1. They should do a Part 1 movie. I think that would be cool.
Oh, bro, that's my
Man,
favorite JoJo.
Bro, Part 2 JoJo would be better.
It would
Serious
be,
question:
dude,
would
fucking.
be decent for live adaptation? Says GG Evan.
Possibly.
Probably because because you don't have to use a lot of special effects for something like that.
Yeah, they have got a lot of fun stories too and shit. Like,
I mean, there's like so many classics you can go back to that are not over the top at all.
I don't know. I don't know if they could do a movie about JoJo Part 2 Crow. Von Stronheim is a Nazi.
I forgot.
You'd be problematic. You'd be too problematic.
Okay,
no, and then what is it? Joseph tried to infiltrate the Nazi base dressing as a woman, and they're like, "You're a trans." They call him like trans names and shit.
Oh my god, that all happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you though, like it'll never happen.
Part 2 is based as shit.
Part 2 is incredible. I love Part 2.
Yeah, part 2 is great. Yeah. Man.
Oh, dude, doesn't Joseph salute the fucking Nazi too? It's like I disagree
Yeah,
with him.
Remember, he becomes friends with them, dude.
Yeah, well, I know it's something like our countries are at war, but he's a real man. Like it's some shit like that, dude.
They have respect for each other.
They based Guile from Street Fighter off of Von Stronheim.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah,
no.
they based him off of Von Stronheim, dude. It was fucking crazy.
You know what though? Honestly, look, like we're all like, oh, that's crazy and shit. Bro, have you ever seen Saga of Tanya the Evil?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. I remember Mighty Max over that right now.
It's literally the fucking Nazis, except there's magic powers and no Hitler. So they're more effective.
Oh my god.
All right, we have to. All right, just cause. Hold on. Here we go. There he is. Oh, wait, what is this? Here you go. When he first appeared, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
なめろお前が切ったのだろうお前の舌で舐めて傷を癒せ
Oh no, it's too much. It's too hot. It's too hot for.
Dude, go to the end because no, stop skipping, go back.
Oh no, it's too high.
Okay, no, stop, slow down.
Which part? Right here.
Yeah, this is great. He blew himself up to protect Joseph.
Yeah.
Von Stroheim right there, for those of you. Who's the mysterious man?
元気そうじゃないか大した成長ぶりだなジョースターなんだって
He's back. Get ready for it. He's back. Come on. Becomes Mecha Stroheim.
Yep.
Dude,
Where is he?
Mecha Stroheim is the best.
Yeah, where is he?
5
Oh jeez. Oh, he's right here. I think he's right here.
で言ったわ
Here he is.
この部屋にいる人間は確かに5名だった貴様体温を感じさせるのは
Why can't he sense his body? He's about to find out why.
ドイツ野郎ども腹が減ったぜいつまで待たせる気だ
That's why. That's why.
お前は
That's right.
ストロハイム
Dude, he shows up like 3 times, and you're sure he's dead each time.
Yep.
Yeah.
He always comes back, man. Always comes back.
What is it? What's Joseph's mother's name in part 2? What's his
Lisa,
right?
Yeah.
Rose from Street Fighter is based off Lisa.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, with the scarf.
Holy Holy shit! God damn, I didn't know so many characters in Street Fighter were based on JoJo's characters.
Yeah, JoJo inspired a lot of shit. I think they were the first one from some case study video I saw a long time ago. You know that Ora shit, and you know where the fists go really. Actually, no, that was Fist of the North Star. I think Fist of the North Star were the first one to do that. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
no, like
that's a
Fist of the North
classic.
Star didn't do that. They did it wasn't the Ora. They did like the high fucking pitch
The
screaming.
high octane punches and shit.
Yeah,
that's it too. Yeah.
And then JoJo's did that, but they did the Ora. So
yeah, that became their staple thing.
Yeah.
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 Oh man, this is great shit. This walk down like memory lane.
Yeah, you should. I'm gonna make you an alarm tone of fucking Kenshiro going. So you wake up to that shit every day.
That's the greatest shit, dude. I love that. And that's been freaking used so much in other animes as well. It's hilarious.
Yeah, One Piece, JoJo's, pretty much Hakusho,
yep.
Dragon Ball. So, been a lot of shit.
Hold on.
What are we talking about again? Just
I have no idea. We completely derailed off of fucking Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, Bebop.
Yeah, we were talking about Cowboy Bebop, but I mean, I don't think there's much more to say about it. I mean, we'll probably wrap up the stream here soon. Probably talk about we'll talk about other, I guess, random shit. So I guess we'll open it up to the chat here, with questions of whatever.
Chat, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, to close out the rest of the stream here, because somebody. Oh, look at Redsky. Redsky in the chat. What's up, Redsky? No, go ahead, Aura.
I don't like any live action Disney movie. I think maybe The Jungle Book.
That might be the other one that's all right. Yeah. And you're talking about the old one, right? Or you talking about the newer one?
The one with Christopher Walken. There's like 5 live action Jungle Book movies.
Yeah, there's been a lot. Well, actually, no, I don't think the other one, the one with Jason Scott Lee, I don't think that one was a Disney one, if I remember correctly. Gigi Evans had asked anyone watch Area 88. I have never seen it, but I know of it. I know that's one of the old school ones that I didn't get a chance to watch. But man, dude, when I started watching anime, man, oh Lord. I mean, obviously, like most people, I mean, I saw anime before I knew it was anime, right? Like if you going back to like Robotech and like Voltron and shit like that, you know, to me it was just cartoons. But like the first anime that I saw that was like uncensored and shit, that I was like, holy shit, what the hell is this? Was like Vampire Hunter D.
Oh yeah, Gabe the Gen is right. Polnareff is used as the inspiration for making Benny Maru from King of Fighters.
Oh, so. There's another one. Yeah, another one that they drew. I could see it. Yeah.
Dude, I love Polnareff.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Robotech was really a pioneer. It was definitely one of them. That I would credit, especially in the 80s, I would credit Voltron and Robotech as
Cubics.
as being two of the ones that really kick stuff off in the 80s. Because I mean, before that, I mean, there was adaptations of stuff like Captain Harlock, right? And
what was your favorite Foxbox anime?
Foxbox?
Yeah.
What was their lineup? Because I think by then
like Kirby, Sonic X, Cubics, Digimon. They had Digimon.
Digimon, probably Digimon. I would say Digimon. I actually like, and Digimon, it came on when I was still in high school. Yeah. And I watched it and I liked it. I was just like, why aren't people watching this shit instead of fucking Pokemon? This is a way better show.
Digimon. I think WB had Pokemon and Fox had Digimon.
Yeah, Fox had Digimon. WB had Pokemon and Digimon was
Fox had Power Rangers. Fox had Power Rangers.
Yep, they had that too. Yeah. But that's not anime, Aura. It's not anime.
I know it's not anime, goddamn. I'm trying to remember now. I'm just trying to remember the lineup generally. WB had Card Captors, and I think Sailor Moon.
They had Card Captors. They also got Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh was a big one for them. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were big for them.
Yeah, this is another one. This is one of the early ones that I saw too. The
Guyver.
OAVs of Guyver. I loved Guyver. Like that was one of the earlier, really violent animes that I saw too.
Well, you want to know something? I saw Guyver as like the live action movie first.
I saw that. Same. I saw the live action movie first, and then I saw the anime not long after that. And like roughly around the same time, you know, because the live action movie came out. Yeah, it was like 1992. Holy shit!
Did Guyver come first, or did Blue Beetle, like the Jaime Blue Beetle, come out first?
The Jaime. What do you mean?
You know how Blue Beetle is basically the Guyver because it's like a biosuit and shit like that. I was like, did Guyver do that first?
No, I think Blue Beetle came. Well, let me see how far. Let me see.
Because Blue Beetle used to just be a scientist with a suit.
No, Blue Beetle existed long before that. Blue Beetle has been around since
Blue
like
Beetle used to be
like the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, it used to be Ted Cord. So no. It was someone before Ted Cord. Then Ted Cord was the second Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
it was the Scarab from space, though, right? There's that.
The Scarab from space was the first Blue Beetle, and then the second Blue Beetle was just a dude that used technology, but he had the original Scarab, and I think that's what Jaime got.
Yeah, Jaime got that.
Yeah,
and that's like Guyver. It reminds me of Guyver. I just don't remember which one. I don't know which one came out first.
I love the Blue Beetle like fucking legacy that they have set up. It's actually pretty cool.
Blue Beetle's fun, like fun character generally.
Yeah, Guyver though. Oh my goodness! When I saw that the first movie, I remember. Then we saw the anime. It's like, oh, they got an anime of it, and I watched this. Like, holy crap! This is super violent. I mean, the movie was too, awesome, though. Even though the movie, it's weird. Like the movie was, it was like it felt almost like this. It was trying to be a lot of different things. Like it was trying to be funny, but it was also like almost like a dark comedy action sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
So it was weird because you had like Jimmy Walker from freaking from Good Times and shit. You know, JJ from Good Times, like trying to be funny in it while also it being like really violent. And the suits look great. Like the monster suit looked great for it being like a B movie. And then fucking of all people, Mark Hamill is in it. And the way that they, because I remember we rented the movie because it was a direct-to-video movie on VHS in 1992, and I remember seeing Mark Hamill on the cover, and everybody thinks that Mark Hamill is going to be the Guyver in the movie, but he's actually not. It's a perfect example of like false advertising and shit. Yeah,
bait and switch.
Yeah, and I didn't even play the Guyver, and I remember I saw the anime not long after that, and I was hooked, man. That's when I became a fan. You know, then I started reading the comics that Viz had put out, because remember Viz was putting out manga as comics. You know what I mean? They were just flipping the sides, and then once they would release X amount, then they would release them as Viz graphic novels. They were essentially manga, but they weren't. But they would flip them, you know, for an American audience to read them from left to right.
Right.
And bro, I was hooked after that. When the second movie came out with fucking David Hayter, Solid Snake.
Yeah,
bro, that movie was great. Even though it's like it's not a good movie either. Like the way that they got the suit, they did a much better job. They took the source material a little bit more seriously, and it was just fun, man. Like actually, my buddy James made like a test trailer for it. I'll show you guys real quick. Hold on, check this out. My buddy James made a test trailer for this. This was like years ago. Test trailer. Check this out. Where is it? Yeah, check this out. It's my buddy James, who helped me edit some of the videos here on the channel, made this. Check this out.
The Guyver unit. It's been a year since the alien armor invaded my body. It became a part of me. Calling me to fight. To kill.
It's like very dramatic. Or just a little bit. It's kind of loud.
I'm no hero.
What? Like the suit looked way better.
I don't.
Everything. The action, the choreography.
I have no destiny.
You made your own.
That transformation was the best.
I protect you. Feel not first. Outclassed. You're a hell of a weapon, kid. Now one last time. Retract the armor.
No. Out of control.
Oh, somebody's saying Vampire Hunter D is like a good dark anime. It really is. I love that.
It
I
really
love
is.
that.
That's one of the first I saw. But this movie is great. Like even
It
because
is.
you got to take it for what it is. You know, it's a B movie, and obviously it's not. You know, some of the dialogue is cheesy and all that. The acting is stilted at times, but it's fun. It's one of those movies. It's bad in a good way, and there is a lot of good stuff in it. Like the special effects are actually pretty good for it being a direct-to-video movie for its time. The suits look great. The monster suits looked great. That is a well-made, you know, tokusatsu movie. That is an Americanized tokusatsu movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They took, especially in the second time around, Steve Wang, because he directed both of them, but he had more freedom to do like what he really wanted to do with the second movie, and have it be more closer to the original source material. Like in terms of like they obviously Americanized the main character, right? You know, it's not a Japanese guy. They call him Sean Barker instead of it's Sean Barker instead of Sho Fukumachi. You know, but the way everything goes down, like the transformations, you know, his abilities, the choreography, everything is so much better in the second movie. It's a fun movie. Like I love that movie.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna go. My leg is hurting. I like it a lot.
We'll probably go ahead and wrap it up here, but I just want to show you all that if you guys get a chance to check out that movie, that is a great, you know, not a super great adaptation of an anime, but it's a fun one. It really is a fun one, and it respects a lot of the source material more than some of these other ones, although it still has its issues. You know what I mean? But the things that are bad about it, like I said, are still bad in a good way that you can appreciate. And the things that are good about it, like I said, choreography and some of the effects for the time, you know, because that came out like 1994, you know what I mean, or 95, if I remember correctly. It was pretty good for its time, for it, again, for being a direct-to-video movie. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you, Crow. Thank you, Aura, for joining me on the stream. Maybe I'll do more anime style streams where we just fucking riff on shit. That'd be fun. But I appreciate everyone in the chat joining us. Thank you, Dev End and Gigi Evans. You are the stream daddy and the stream mommy of the stream. Appreciate you all, and we'll catch you all on the next stream. You all have a fantastic night.
Look here, listen. All right, bye.
Look here, listen.